Queens, welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be about a little tutorial on how to slay your short hair for an outing, for occasion, for dates, for parties, for school, or for work. So stick to the end of the video to get the old juice. Today we're going to talk about a little story about a queen. Her name is Queen Moremi. So this particular queen, to some people, she's the mother of the nation, but to another people, she is a betrayer that even their men are not allowed to marry women of such attribute like her. Long ago, in the early years of life and civilization, Ile-Ife was a home to peace-loving people who loved and cared for each other. Among these citizens is Lukuba. Lukuba was a great hunter who never entered a forest without a kill. No other hunter measured up to him. So one day, Lukuba ventured into a town closer to Ile-Ife, a town called Offa. There in Offa, he was told about a thick forest feared by the citizens of the community. He was told how deadly the forest was and how most hunters don't return after an expedition. But Lukuba was a brave hunter and he saw these as a challenge. Wow. He ventured into a forest and many were shocked to see that he came back alive. The utterly surprise of her people then gave him a beautiful maiden in marriage to him. He took this beautiful woman back to Ile-Ife, and shortly after they gave birth to a girl and called her Moremi. Moremi grew up to be so beautiful that only attracted kings to her household. She was loved by everyone due to her exceptional intelligence and a deep sense of justice. She got married to the Oni of Ile-Ife, which is the king of Ile-Ife. But as beautiful as this union was, Moremi was unable to bear a child. And at the same time, Ile-Ife was faced with constant threats from the neighboring kingdom, which is called the Ugbo. And the Ugbo people today is found in Ondo State. So the Ugbo people raided Ile-Ife every 5 days, taking away those they could capture, taking away their goods and their markets. It was at this time Moremi finally gave birth to a son. But Moremi was never at peace because her people were being captured as slaves. So she vowed to do something. She went to a river goddess to help her get the weakness of these Ugbo people. The Osimiri, which is the water goddess, granted her request on a condition, but she accepted whatsoever condition that might come with it. So Queen Moremi decided to infiltrate the enemy kingdom by disguising as a slave, hoping to uncover their military strategies and weakness. When she got to Ugbo and they saw a different thing, she was completely sure of her fate after seeing her people being sold to other people as slaves. But then a different thing happened. The king of Ugbo laid eyes on her and was struck by her beauty that he couldn't sell her off to slavery. And thanks to the water goddess, the king fell deeply in love, but still didn't trust Moremi. To earn the king's trust, she married to the Ugbo king for 3 years. When she finally earned the king's trust, Moremi asked him about the spirit soldier that would come to fight the Ile-Ife people and their weakness. And the king, who was blinded by the goddess love charm, explained everything to Moremi. After Moremi got all the information she needed from the king of Ugbo, she ran back to Ile-Ife. When the king of Ugbo noticed her disappearance, he went mad with rage and sent all his spirit warrior after her. Moremi was able to get to Ile-Ife, and immediately she went to see her husband to mobilize people and each warrior with his or her touch of fire. And when the Ugbo warrior came this time, it was a massacre for them. The Ugbo warrior all died that day. And after the success of this, our people were happy and she was also happy. But that particular day, the goddess of river visited Moremi and demanded for her son as the condition to be sacrificed to the river. She pleaded, but the goddess didn't change her mind. She eventually sacrificed her only son, acknowledging her loss. The whole Ile-Ife people created a festival for her, which is still being celebrated today. Although she lost her son, but she became mother to a whole nation. And to the Ugbo people, she became a betrayer. And till today, the Igbo people warn their sons not to marry a fair woman in the description of the Queen Moremi. That is the story of Queen Moremi. And to today, her statue is being installed in the palace of Osun State in Nigeria. So, what is the moral of the lesson to you? What will you say about this? My mommy told me this story when I was a little girl, and growing up, I so much love her telling me stories. So please, if you find this video valuable, don't forget to hit the subscribe button because we have a whole lot of juice here to tell you guys, to spill to you. And I hope this tutorial was helpful, and I hope the story also was a bit impactful. See you guys in my next video.